Hi class 7 pupils, welcome to today's lesson. I'm taking you through a mathematics lesson on area of borders. In the previous topic we said that area is the amount of space occupied by borders, the space enclosed within borders. Now, borders are the surroundings or the frame of an object. Borders are the frames of an object. For example, if this is the frame and this is your photograph that we've placed it here. That is your photograph that we've placed it. The area that remains uncovered, or this area, that is what we call the borders. For example, I say borders can be defined as the part that remains uncovered. For example, in this book, I have this cover here. I can cover that book part like that. So it is a yellow cover and I have covered it with a white color or a white cardboard. So this area that is surrounding this cardboard, that is what we call the borders. The area that remains uncovered once you cover a surface. Now, to get the area of borders, to get the area of any border or the area of borders, we get the area of the outer figure minus the area of the inner figure. So area of borders is given by area of the outer figure minus the area of the inner figure, minus the area of the inner figure, the figure that is inside. You get the area of the figure that is outside minus the area of the figure that is inside. The area of the figure outside can be a square inside a rectangle. It can be a rectangle inside another rectangle. It can be a square inside another square. So you just take the area of the outer figure minus the area of the inner figure to get the area of the border. For example, find the area of the shaded part in the figure below. Find the area of the shaded part in the figure below. Find the area of the shaded part in the figure below. Then that is a rectangle. Then this area is shaded. This area or this part here is shaded. We are told to calculate the area of the shaded part. And we are told, so this part, the shaded part, can be referred to as the margin. Then we are given this as 10 centimeters. And we are told the width is 8 centimeters. These are the dimensions of the outer rectangle. Its length is 10 centimeters and its width is 8 centimeters. And you are told that this margin, the distance from here up to here is 1 centimeter. The distance here is 1 centimeter. The distance here is 1 centimeter. And the distance here is 1 centimeter. So, the margin is 1 centimeter wide. The margin is 1 centimeter wide. That means it has a uniform margin because this side is equal to this side, is equal to this side, is equal to this side. So to get the dimensions of the inner square, to get the rectangle, to get the length of the inner rectangle, we get the length of the outer rectangle, that is 10 centimeters, minus this distance here. And what is the length of this distance? This is 1 centimeter. And this other distance here is 1 centimeter. So the margin from here to here plus here to here, those are 2 centimeters. So to get the length, we take 10 minus 2. So this is 8 centimeters. Same applies to the width. The width from here to here is 8 centimeters. So we have to get the width from here up to here, the width of the inner rectangle. How are we going to do it? Remember, from here, the margin here is 1 centimeter and the margin here is 1 centimeter. So 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. So the margin is 2 centimeters wide. That is 2 centimeters on the lower side and 2 centimeters on the upper, 1 centimeter on the lower side and 1 centimeter on the upper side. So that is a total of 2 centimeters. So to get the width of the inner rectangle, we take 8 minus 2, which is 6 centimeters. So now it is now possible to get the area of the outer figure, which is a rectangle, minus the area of the inner figure, which is a a rectangle. Sometimes you can be given the dimensions of the inner rectangle and you are not given the dimensions of the outer rectangle. So to get the length of the outer rectangle, for example, you are not given this one here and you are not given this one here. So to get the length of the outer rectangle, we just do the same. It is the length of the inner rectangle plus the length of the margin. That is 8 centimeters. From here up to here is 8 centimeters plus 1, that is 9, plus 1, that is 10 centimeters. Same applies to the width. You are given the width of the smaller rectangle as 6 centimeters. So to get the width of the outer rectangle, that is 6 plus 1 plus 1, that is 6 plus 2, which is 8 centimeters. So the area of the margin will be given by the area of the outer figure, that is length times width. That is the formula for getting the area of a rectangle. So it will be 10 times 8 minus the area of the inner rectangle, that is 8 times 6. 10 times 8 is 80 centimeters. 8 minus 6 is 40 minus, this is minus 48 centimeters. Minus 48 centimeters squared. So you subtract 48 minus 80, borrow 1, that is 7, 10, that is 2, 32 centimeters squared. That is the area of that margin. So to get the area of our margin or the area of our borders, you get the area of the outer figure minus the area of the inner figure. Sometimes you can be given a circle inside a square, and then you are told to calculate the area of the shaded part. Calculate the area of the shaded part. This is a square inside. This is a circle inside a square. That length is equal to that side, which is equal to that side. Then you are told to calculate the area of the shaded part. This part is shaded. This part is shaded. This part is shaded. And also this part is shaded. And you are told that this circle is 14, the side of the square is 14 centimeters. Calculate the area of the shaded part. I began by saying the area of the shaded part is given by the area of the outer figure minus the area of the inner figure. In our case, the outer figure is a square of side 14 centimeters. The inner figure is a circle. Remember, the circle, the diameter of the circle is equivalent to the length of the square. So the radius of this circle, the diameter is 14 centimeters. So the radius is 7 centimeters by 7 centimeters. So we get the area of the square. How do we get the area of a square? Area of a square is given by side times side minus the area of the circle. How do we get the area of a circle? Area of a circle is given by pi r squared. So the shaded area will be 14 times 14, which is 196 minus pi r squared, that is 22 over 7 times 7 times 7. So this is 196 minus by 7 1 by 7 1, 154. Subtract 154, that is 2, this is 4. So the shaded area is 42 centimeters squared. That is how we get the area of borders. Just get the area of the outer figure minus the area of the inner figure. Thank you for watching.